Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions. You are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Zatima. This is season 3, episodes 5 and 6, and it's getting intense. Currently streaming on the BET Plus streaming app, and it's also on Amazon Prime. I think that's all there is. But I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. And you can leave your comments below. Let's get into these episodes. Alright, so Connie, Fatima, and Zach, they're at the projects right now. Zach pulls up and he asks Fatima, what are you doing here? Fatima's trying to track down Jeremiah to get him to shut up. And Fatima covers by saying, I'm talking with Connie about things about the funeral and all that, about the mother. And Zach was like, really? Connie was like, yeah, I did have some type of relationship with your mom, and she would talk about a lot of things. She would talk about you. And Zach was like what? Oh, she said that how proud of you she was. I almost bought into it until you said that. I mean, every time that Zach would come around her, what we saw in season 2, all she would put him down, but beg for money. And he was too busy trying to please her, while she was treating him like crap. So that was a lie, Connie. What was it? But he says that I'm here to talk with Jeremiah. He's like, well, he's not here. And Fatima was like, well, we're supposed to talk together. So what's going on? Like, why are you doing this by yourself? Well, he's not here anyways. How do you know that? Connie said, I've been out here all day. You've been out here all day? Yes. He's not here. Y'all covering for him, and I'm going to figure out what it is. At the same time, Fatima gets a call from, she finally texts her messages. Fatima had her phone off, and she finds out that Angela's been blowing up her phone about Bryce. He's in the hospital. He had a car wreck, and it looked like he was trying to off himself. And Fatima says, we got to go. And Zach was like, why I got to go? Like, we got to go. But as they're walking away, Zach tells Connie, tell Jeremiah I'm looking for him. Okay, so at the barbershop, Tony, Belinda, and Nathan are talking with Mr. Tyrone. They're talking about Bryce right now. And they're thinking that this was they're spectating by saying that Bryce was trying to get some attention. Like, who's crashing their car to get attention? I don't know. That's a little bit weird to make that type of assumption. And I think Mr. Tyrone ends up kicking out Belinda. And Belinda's offended. And Nathan's trying to get a kiss from her. She's like, why am I going to give you a kiss after you letting this man just kick me out? Jeremiah comes in, and he's trying to sell this watch. And they're like, well, where do you get this from? It's my watch. They read the inscription, and it says, to Fatima from Zach. It's the watch that he stole from Fatima when he swung her and threw her threw her into the car. And stole money in that watch, and now he's trying to sell it. That is one trifling ninja, but drug addicts will do anything. So at this point, they're not going to buy it. Tony takes it from him and said, get up out of this shop. And of course, at this point, Jeremiah is pissed and he leaves, though. It's hard to really deal with a drug addict because you don't know what's going to happen next, and they're unpredictable. Nathan's like, we gotta tell Zach. Tony said, we gotta come up with something to actually say. Right now, I'm gonna keep the watch and we'll say something to him at a later time. Fatima, Zach, Angela are up at the hospital now. Angela's already there, of course. They come up to the hospital and they go in to see Bryce. Zach was hesitant on going in because he doesn't really want to speak to him. When they get in there, Bryce is very cold. Fatima ends up talking Zach into telling Bryce what's happening. Preston has bailed them out, and now he wants 33%. He's like, that's cool. Bryce was in a rental car. He sold his car, and he was going to give all that money during his mother's funeral and all that good stuff. And Zach said, good. So at this point of Zach telling Bryce what's going on with Preston, he wants a hug. So there's a comedic moment and all that good stuff. Fatima and Zach, they go out of the room. Angela's trying to talk with Bryce. Bryce is not really here for it because Angela's like, I really care. Like, no, you don't really care. Just, I want to go. Now, I have a question about Bryce. It looked like Bryce was trying to end his life, so why Why isn't he on suicide watch? Where are the cops? Why aren't they asking questions, even in regards to the crash? He's up and at him. That's a missing plot piece or plot key out of this whole situation. It's like, okay. So Angela is going to go get someone to get him to be discharged. Fatima and Zach, they go to the funeral home, and Zach would have done what I did. When he looked at this casket, well, that was for $18K, he goes off. He's seeing scratches on the coffin and all that stuff. And Fatima's trying to say, calm down, da-da-da-da-da. The funeral director said that Zach's brother had been by there, and he was asking, did Zach put any jewelry on her, or was going to put some jewelry on their mom? And he's like, well, why is he asking all that? Then he was trying to sell a watch, a Rolex, to the funeral director. It's actually Fatima's and all that. Well, can you can you give us a picture of what's really going on? Fatima's trying to talk him out of it and all this good stuff. And then he says, well, where's your watch at that I bought you? That was in the episode 5. So we start back where we ended off in episode 6. Fatima thinks that she left it at home. She's making up all these lies, and then she had to start saying something to Zach about Jeremiah. Well, he might have had my watch. Connie told me about the insurance policy. He found out about it, and he was trying to question me about it. He probably could have taken it while I wasn't looking. I don't know. I thought I took it off at the gym, but I always wear it, blah, 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 blah. Zach feels like Fatima's lying to him. There's only 1 of 3 watches of this made. Why are you covering for him? But then he says, I'm going to get your watch. And he's like, don't do that. We don't know if it's that or not. Da, 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 da. Why are you lying to me? You said when we get good that we're not going to lie to each other. Da, 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 da. And you're doing all of this. He feels like what Fatima did say to him about Jeremiah, that it was BS. And you're not telling me everything. And that's true. Fatima's telling bits and pieces of certain things, and it's not all the truth. Preston is waiting outside for Zach and Fatima. Deja comes. Deja's got another set of groceries, and she asks Preston to help her inside. And she's quite aggressive with her flirtations. And she's like, you don't like her? Like, I'm not really into aggressive women. And people that are a lot and all that. The talk that they were talking, Deja was, look, thank God this was on the app because they talk grown. She's like, well, did Zach say that what did Zach say about you? Say about me? Did he say that I got good head? Like, well, how would he know that? Well, he's too loyal, so he don't know about that, but I don't know. So it looks like Preston is cozying up to Deja. He has not made any commitment to her to try to go on a date with her. But Deja's only really offering sex. Hopefully there's some more depth to her if we're going to put her into this type of relationship. I don't know. Next, what happened? Bryce goes to see Angela, and he apologizes for how he was, and he was just asking, can we be friends? Angela's like, we are friends. No, friends without judgment, no matter what my kinks are and all that. She says yes. He still says that he loves her and all that, and she's having all these men around because of me, because of him. And she's like, you think it's because of you? I do it because I want to. It is an effect and a reaction from that, Angela, as to why you are just using all of these. You're being an F girl along with messing with F boys or people that want to genuinely care about you. Sorry. So I guess they're going to start over, at least trying to be friends, whatever. So then we get to the projects. Tony and Nathan, they end up at the projects. Belinda's there somehow because Belinda found out from Mr. Tyrone, which is odd, about the watch that Jeremiah tried to sell. If Mr. Tyrone kicked you out of the barbershop, why would you go back to the barbershop? And why would he disclose any information to you? So all of a sudden they're around Connie and all that. Zach pulls up and he's really just trying to get to the apartment to go see Jeremiah. And Nathan tries to stop him. He's like, why are you grabbing up on me? I got to see Jeremiah. He's not here. Look, I'm going to go see Jeremiah. So I'm going to find out for myself. So he goes over to knock on the door. Nathan and Tony try to stop him. And Zach asks them both, you know, do you know something? Tony's still trying to give excuses like, look, y'all effing with me. Y'all need to tell me what's going on. Nathan ends up just telling him, look, we don't know for certain everything, but we think that Jeremiah has done something to Fatima, hit her or something, shoved her. He shoved Fatima? Okay, all right. Tony tries to run after him, and he's like, you had your chance to say something, you didn't. So now it looks like the voice of reason is on the outs with Zach, and that's of your own doing. After a while, look, I know that they tried to do right by Zach, but they really did wrong by him because he doesn't like to be lied to. Zach's gonna be a good father. At least he's gonna be, nothing's gonna get by him if his children try to act out. I'll just say that much. Or try to hide something and lie. I'll say that much. So Nathan kind of saved the day, and who knew that I would be 100% on Nathan's side? I mean, look, the truth was gonna come out. We needed to tell him something. That's the end of the episode, and it looks like Zach is rushing off to go kill Jeremiah. That's all I do have. These episodes are being intense. I didn't think that they could really top season 2, but they're doing it, and they're smashing it, and I love it. Tell me what you think in the comments in regards to this episode. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video and subscribe. Until the next one, peace.